Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at this 2024 Audi S8. Its original color is Sebring Black Crystal. This model has been completely wrapped in matte black, which is a really nice color for this. Starting MSRPs are also right around $123,000. But we have a lot of options for this particular model to really drive up that MSRP. But let's start off with what the S8 is powered by, which is the 4-liter twin-turbo V8. This is paired to the 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out a whopping 563 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent through the Quattro all-wheel drive system, propelling this 5,100-pound sedan from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. It has a top speed of 156 miles an hour as well. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, a lot of all of the gloss black is factory as part of the black optics package. So you'll notice that on the Audi logo. There's also the forward-facing camera, plenty of cutouts in that gloss black grille to provide a lot of cooling. It's also on the entire hexagonal surround. There's a sensor right in the middle, as well as one on both sides, more cutouts, LEDs for all of the lights up front, and then some very distinctive lines that come down the hood, meeting the top section of that grille surround very nicely. This model also has a set of gloss black wheels with that multi-spoke design to them. There's the massive gloss black brake calipers there. More gloss black in the lower section. It's also on the power folding side mirrors where there's the turn signal and the camera. There's also the full moonroof up top, more gloss black for all the window trim. It has some very nice lines running down the side as well, and the S8 is a long sedan, so it gives you a lot of cargo and interior space, as you will see. There's the blacked out badge, LED lights in the rear, backup camera with all these sensors, and then that quad tip dual exhaust with some fins and more gloss black accents. Now you can use the button on the key fob or the electronic button up underneath to open up the power trunk, where this has a good bit of space. Now the back seats in the S8 do not fold down. You do have a cutout there if you need to use it, but you have an ample amount of room. There's also a cargo net. You have the spare tire underneath as well, and some tie down hooks there if you need to use them. And then you can also lock and unlock this with all 4 door handles, which makes it very convenient. And take a look at how large the rear doors are. You have a lot of extra space in the back here. You also have some very premium materials like the leather, the Alcantara, a little bit of storage there. There's all the aluminum accents, Bang & Olufsen for your audio, and you can adjust all of these different sunshades and windows. You can do all the sunshades together. You have the window control for the opposite side as well as for the roof or the headliner. There's also one in the door there. And then we have the back seats here, which is where you really want to be. Now at 5'10", I have plenty of room for my legs. There's also storage pockets. You have air vents in the middle. There's also cup holders as well as some outlets there to use. And then there's this LCD screen where you can go through a lot of information. So if we start off with these seats, you will notice that you have your seat settings. So you can go into these for both the left and the right seat and adjust all of these different adjustments there. This has massaging seats, so you can go into those. There's also the seat temperature balance. You can also get into the AC for the left and the right side, so they are individual. And then once you go back to home, you have lighting, you have all of the blinds, media, radio, and then you have a few other settings here. So you have quite a lot that you can go through as the backseat passenger. You have some physical buttons for the rear seats as well. And you can even push on this button here. So you can completely recline this seat and just get a little bit more comfortable. Now there's the armrest in the middle, as well as a little bit of storage. And then right in the middle, there's this gloss black cover. If you push on the top of it, it will completely lower. And then this will give you some access into the trunk if you need that. And then you can just pull this back up and lock it into place. Now there's Alcantara on the back. There's Alcantara on the headliner. There's also mirrors here, ambient lighting strips, along with some more air vents. You have a very nice place to be in the back with plenty of space. And then as we work our way to the front, you'll notice that the door panel has the same materials. There's also the additional storage, all of your window controls. Side mirror adjustments are power folding and heated. There's memory seating adjustments to trunk release as well. And then automatic front seats here with a very nice design. So we have the perforated and solid leather steering wheel. Paddle shifters are on the back side. There's also cruise and distance pacing on the stalk on the left there. And then on the right side, there's your volume and tuning, Bluetooth adjustments. There's also a favorites button, so you can set that up as needed. And then on the left side, this is how you can go through the virtual cockpit. So I can scroll through some info on that left side there, and then use the arrows to go across the top settings there. Now you can also pull up the navigation, and then you can push on view and have all this information in full screen. So if you'd like to view it a little bit differently, you can still go through all of this, which is very helpful. Now on this left side, there's headlight adjustments along with a control for the air vent. This also has a head-up display, full leather dash. There's air vents integrated with the gloss black with some brushed aluminum below that. And then you also have a lot of info in this upper screen. So you can go into search. You also have the split screen here where you can go through a lot more information. And then you have individual icons to get into to go through all of this. If we go into vehicle, for example, you have your drive select, so you can get into the different driving modes. You have your seats here, so you can get into all of that information and settings. And then there's also some shortcuts on this left side to further get through that. Now there's also the engine start stop as well as parallel parking. You can input some addresses to have those saved. There's also the rear sunshade, head-up display. You can turn that upper screen off as needed. And then all of the climates are in the lower section, as well as having the heated and ventilated seats. You also have adjustments for the heated steering wheel and the rear controls as well. Now there's a shortcut to the drive select, so you can just push on that to pull that up as needed. You have traction control, your defrosters, volume and tuning. There's also a drive assistance that you can control. You have a shortcut to your parallel parking as well as the camera system. So we have a lot of shortcuts here in the lower section for the forward and rear facing camera, as well as a few other angles and the full 360 view, which is very nice. You can also just push this forwards to put the vehicle into reverse. There's drive, and you can shift using this or the shifter itself. Now you have cup holders on this right side with an auxiliary. There's the e-brake, split design for the center armrest there, where you have a phone holder and an auxiliary. Plenty of storage is in the glove box there. And then there's a rear view mirror, touch sensitive dome lights, and the controls for both of these sunshades. And here's a look at visibility. It's pretty easy to see over both shoulders with the amount of glass that you have. But let's go ahead and get this out on the road. And we are in dynamic mode, second gear. Here we go. And even coming around this turn, the suspension is handling this well. This isn't a sharp turn, but it's a heavy vehicle. So even a turn like that, staying at a steady rate of speed, it handles great. Super quick as well. We have a lot more potential than what I'm throwing at it today. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Audi S8. If you want basically the top level of luxury from Audi, this is a fantastic option to go with, and one that still has power. So if you're looking for a lot of power too, this isn't a vehicle to take around twisty roads. You have that power to get up and move, mainly for its extra weight. It's a heavy sedan, but you could take it around some turns. It'd be a great road tripping vehicle you could take to the mountains or something like that. And you have some of that Audi Sport in this model to give you that power and some of that performance. But this is mainly a daily driving vehicle. Traffic is incredibly quiet. It's a vehicle that you can kind of just be at peace while you're driving. Very comfortable and quiet. And then as far as this being a daily driver, it's also very maneuverable. This vehicle has rear wheel steering as well. So for its added length, that makes it so much more practical in parking lot situations and things like that to make this very good for daily driving. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2024 Audi S8. Once again, huge shout out to Carolina Auto Direct for providing this luxury sedan for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.